The Quiet War Part Y. The Stolen Minute. Mara discovers the war. The world begins to glitch. Chapter 1. The missing 47-minute. The minute dissolved. London tilted, not physically, but perceptually, like the world had shifted half an inch to the left while no one was looking. The traffic kept moving. The pedestrians kept walking. A bus hissed at the curb. Nothing appeared different, but Mara Kellen felt the tear. She stopped on the pavement outside Holborn Station, breath unsteady, pulse thudding once. Hard, like her heart had recognized something her mind hadn't caught up with yet. The air tasted metallic, thin, as if oxygen itself had been rewound and replayed. Her phone buzzed. 9:13 a.m. She frowned. That wasn't right. She'd just checked the time 2 minutes ago on her watch. She raised her wrist. 8:26 a.m. The give in her gut was immediate and instinctive, the kind of sensation former agents never truly shook. A wrongness that belonged in dark rooms and briefing folders, not in the middle of a normal morning. She pulled up her work calendar. 8:59 a.m. 3 devices. 3 different realities. A cold line traced her spine. She forced herself to breathe. Slow. Calculated. She looked up at the crowd streaming past her, faces glazed with commuter fatigue. No one paused. No one looked confused. No one was checking their screens, demanding answers from the void. They didn't know. She did. Mara stepped aside, back pressed against a stone wall, watching the flow of humanity continue uninterrupted as the city hummed obliviously. Her hand trembled once as she unlocked her phone again, navigating to her call log, and froze. A call was listed 16 minutes ago. Unknown number. Duration, 1 minute, 02 seconds. She had no memory of it. Her fingerprints should have trembled with adrenaline, but instead everything inside her felt unnervingly sharp, as though her senses were overclocking to compensate for reality skipping a beat, or several. She wandered into the memory carefully, not forcing it, letting the sensation rise like the first ripple of a dream. Then it hit her. A flash of sound. A siren. A distant explosion. No, a compression. Like the world inhaling violently. A voice. A whisper cutting through static. You're still awake. Then everything whitewashed into nothing. Her eyes snapped open. She didn't remember closing them. People brushed past her, irritated. London didn't pause for existential crises. 47 minutes. Gone. Not blurred. Not forgotten. Extracted. She turned in a slow circle, scanning reflexively. Rooftops, reflections in windows, lines of sight down the street, the angles where a tail might hide. Old habits resurfaced with the quiet precision of a soldier's muscle memory. A gust of wind carried a faint echo she couldn't place, like a delayed aftersound of something that didn't belong to this moment. A woman bumped her shoulder. "Watch it," she muttered. Mara didn't respond. She was calculating. 47 minutes missing. She was conscious during some of it. She remembered fragments. No one else had reacted. Either the entire city had collectively suffered a blackout, or she was the only one who had resisted it. A truth she didn't want shoved itself up from the depths of her mind. She had felt this once before. During an operation in Prague 9 years ago, when the air shimmered with an electromagnetic pulse they could never fully explain. The neurologists had babbled about hippocampal resilience, anomalous temporal mapping, undefined cognitive immunity. They said she processed time strangely. They said she retained events others lost. They said she remembered things that technically never happened. She had lived with that diagnosis like a ghost pressed against her ribs. Now it pressed harder. Her phone buzzed again. A message. Unknown sender. 3 words. Don't stay still, she didn't think. She moved. Through the crowd, past a group of tourists, down a narrow feeder street where the foot traffic thinned. She cut into a side alley, boots echoing on slick asphalt. Her pulse leveled as training took over. Heart steadying. Mind sharpening into lines instead of haze. A shadow shifted at the alley's mouth. Tall. Still. Watching. Mara's hand drifted toward the pocket where a woman keeping civilian pretenses still carried a sharpened pen she'd filed to a point. The figure didn't move closer. but they definitely weren't leaving. Her instincts screamed. She ducked behind a dumpster, crouched low, and slid her phone camera around the corner. The screen revealed the silhouette, then the alley flashed white. Not an explosion, not a light, a correction. Reality flickered. 1 second the figure was there. The next, the alley was empty. The light subtly different. The air density wrong by a fraction. The world had been edited. She exhaled once, stunned with cold clarity. Someone had deleted a moment. Not forgotten. Not hallucinated. Removed. She was shaking now, but her mind felt brutally steady. A lifetime in intelligence taught her that when the impossible happens, there is always a classified explanation behind it, always a department with a name that sounds ordinary and hides something monstrous. And if someone could erase a moment from the physical world, this wasn't a blackout. This wasn't an electromagnetic fault. This wasn't a glitch. This was a strike, and she had stayed awake through it. Her phone buzzed again, a vibration that felt like it belonged to another reality entirely. She raised it slowly. A second message. They know. Her pulse cracked. A third message appeared instantly after. Run! Before she could inhale, a van screeched into the alley mouth. Dark gray. No plates. Side door already sliding open. 2 men inside. Black jackets. Blank expressions. Not thieves. Not opportunists. Operators. Her legs moved before her mind gave permission. She burst out of the alley, sprinting across the pavement, weaving through pedestrians who shouted as she shoved past them. The van fishtailed, tires screaming, engine roaring in pursuit. Mara didn't look back. She didn't need to. She already knew the truth. This wasn't random. This wasn't accidental. This was the first sign of a war she had never been told existed. A war fought in minutes. A war fought in memory. A war fought in silence. And she was already inside it. The quiet war had begun, and she was the only one still awake.